Welcome back to our live stream channel for Family and Consumer Sciences Day. And I'm pleased to have Dr. Barbara O'Neill. She's an Extension Specialist in Financial Resource Management and Distinguished Professor at Rutgers Cooperative Extension. So thank you so much for joining us, Barbara. Could you please start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure, Gwen. I'm very glad to be here today and to be part of Family and Consumer Sciences Day and the Dining In campaign. And I intend to be one of the 200,000 that are dining in this evening.
Wonderful.
And my background is, as you mentioned, I'm an extension specialist in financial resource management at Rutgers. So basically, I'm serving the citizens of the state of New Jersey, and I do financial education in a number of capacities, including an undergraduate personal finance course, a lot of community education, training teachers, for example, and also public programs for consumers.
Great. Well, now the one particular program that we're going to focus on today is your major health finance initiative, Small Steps to Health and Wealth. So could you tell our viewers some more information about that program?
Okay, well, 2014 is the 100th anniversary of Cooperative Extension, and it's also the 10th anniversary of Small Steps to Health and Wealth. So we created this program 10 years ago to integrate behavior change that affects people's health and their finances. Because up until that time, pretty much programs were done independently. So the health and nutrition people were doing their programs, and the financial people were doing their thing. And there wasn't a lot of integration between the two subject matters, nor was there really a whole lot of recognition of the fact that you can employ the same behavior change strategies to improve your health and your finances at the same time. So that's kind of our soundbite, or our elevator statement, if you will, for Small Steps to Health and Wealth, is that we encourage people to simultaneously improve their health and personal finances.
Great. And I would say with Family and Consumer Sciences that I'm not surprised, that you were the ones to initiate that, because it is so integrative.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we do in our profession, is we tend to look at individuals and families holistically and consider health and finances and relationships within families pretty much as an integrated whole.
Exactly. They don't exist in a vacuum.
Exactly. And we don't exist in silos either.
No. So in your opinion, what are the most important health and personal finance benefits to dining in?
Okay, well, I'll start with the health benefits. Obviously, if you dine in and you prepare your own meals, you have a lot more control over the ingredients.
True.
So you can use less sugar and salt, for example. You can make substitutions. For example, I can't think of the last time that I had vegetable oil. I probably haven't had vegetable oil in maybe 10, 15 years. Anytime I have a recipe that calls for vegetable oil, I use applesauce instead, low-sugar applesauce. So you can make those kind of substitutions. You also can control portion sizes a whole lot easier, because you're putting things on the plate rather than having somebody else put the food on your plate. So there's just a whole lot more control that you have, which of course translates into better health. Now, as far as the financial side, three main benefits. Some of them might be a little bit long-term, but they still are benefits. In the short term, obviously, you're saving money versus the cost of eating out, for example. That's not to say that every once in a while you have a special occasion, you want to go to a restaurant, of course, but there are benefits, cost benefits to preparing your own food and, buying ingredients and serving it at home. And then if you want to look at it from a financial planning standpoint, as I do, you could take that differential between the cost of a home-cooked meal and, let's say, a meal eaten out, and add some compound interest to it, and maybe throw in 30 years, and then we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars from that differential. Really adds up. And then the third thing, which is more long-term, again goes back to some of those health benefits, that if you're better able to control the fat, the sodium, the sugar content of foods, and the portion sizes, that's obviously going to translate into healthier eating, which has long-term impacts on your health. And of course, if you have poor health, that costs a lot of money for all those deductibles and co-pays and hospitalizations. So you're saving yourself money in the long term as well.
Thank you. No, those are excellent points. Now, based on your small steps to health and wealth, could you share with us some small behavior changes that people can make to simultaneously improve their health and personal finances?
Okay, well, in the book, and by the way, people could find our entire book online. If you just Google Small Steps to Health and Wealth, Rutgers, that should get you directly to the link. And we've got 25 behavior change strategies, and all of these are grounded in research. We went into the literature and we looked at what were some of the common recommendations that the health experts were making and the financial experts, and then looking at some of the behavior change literature. So a couple of our strategies, one is called Meet Yourself Halfway. So what you do basically is you take a habit, whether it's an eating habit or a spending habit, and you cut it in half. So if you eat 3 cookies a day, you eat a cookie and a half. If you buy 4 lottery tickets a day, you buy 2. So you're not cutting things out completely, but you're just reducing the scale of your eating and your spending. And that has benefits long term. Another one that we have is called Kick It Up a Notch. So we kind of borrowed that from the chef Emeril Lagasse, and we're not talking about adding more spice to your recipe. What we're talking about is if you already have a positive habit, like maybe you're walking 6,000 steps a day, see if you could ramp it up to 7,000 or 8,000 steps. And on the financial side, maybe you're saving 4% of your pay in a 401k plan, and you might ramp that up to maybe 5 or 6% of your pay. So you're just taking a good habit and you're, upscaling it a little bit and making it even a better habit.
Great ideas.
We have another. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm saying those are great ideas.
Yeah,
I'm making
we have
mental
another
notes.
strategy where you kind of look at we call it convert consumption into labor, but what that means is you kind of look at how many minutes do you have to be on the treadmill to burn off a high-calorie dessert, for example, or how many hours do you have to work at your job to be able to afford, maybe a new pair of shoes or something. So again, it's kind of converting spending and eating decisions into work hours, which can give people cause for pause.
No, that's so true. And just thinking about dining in, do you have any specific tips to help families save money on groceries? I don't know if that is part of your small steps to health and wealth, but...
Oh, sure. I mean, sure. Anything that you can do to reduce living expenses, including food costs, obviously frees up money for spending, for saving rather, or other spending, but for saving and for debt reduction and achieving your financial goals. So some of the things that people can do is a double or triple play. Now, a double play means that you combine a coupon, either a store or manufacturer's coupon, with a sale. So, for example, maybe 1 week a store has, maybe some convenience food entrees on sale. And then you have a coupon as well, and you're able to kind of combine those. So that's a double play. And then a triple play, obviously, is where you do 3 things. So you have the sale price from the store, you have the coupon, which is lowering the cost even more, and then maybe you're able to use some portion of the packaging for some kind of rebate or free gift or something. So you're actually getting 3 benefits from the purchase rather than just 1 or 2. So, that's a common one. Another one is to get things in season during that 1 week. And then I have blueberries. I freeze them, and I have blueberries year round, and I throw them in everything. Pancakes and waffles and fruit salads and everything. So you're trying to get things on sale, and then freezing or canning them for a later use is another good way to save money.
Thank you. Thank you for all those ideas. And then just to help people, I know you had mentioned the website for Small Steps to Health and Wealth, but how would people get started and participate? What are the ways to get going on that? If they have seen this and they're like, okay, I'm ready to go, I want to start.
Okay, so again, they can access our workbook and really everything on our site. We even have some downloadable posters for anybody who's an educator out there that kind of show what the cost of giving up a smoking habit could save you, or the cost of junk food eaten during the day, how much more you would have if you invested that money for a period of time. So all those resources are available, and again, people can just Google Small Steps to Health and Wealth Rutgers, and that should get them right to our link with all of those materials, including all the chapters in the book. If you want to order the book from our publisher, there's a link for that as well. Another great thing that people can do is take the Personal Health and Finance quiz, which we just put online this summer. And what it will do is ask you 10 questions about your health habits and 10 questions about your financial habits, things that you do kind of on a daily basis. And your score, you'll get a score for each section and a total score. And that will give you some indication of things that you're doing right, things that you may be able to kick up a notch, and then things that you may want to implement to improve your health and finances. So I encourage people to take that. It's called the Personal Health and Finance Quiz. We're hoping to get a couple 100,000 people taking it by the end of the year, and then we'll be using some of that data anonymously, of course, for research.
And just to be sure everybody knows, but this is a free program, correct? For Small Steps to Health and Wealth?
Okay. All of our materials are online free of charge, for sure.
Great. And to this point, do you know how many people who have participated in the program?
Oh, in Small Steps? Well, you know, it's kind of gone national.
Okay.
It's been adopted as a signature program by Cooperative Extension nationwide. I know there's probably about 20, 25 states that have been implementing the program either with face-to-face classes or using the workbook, sending that to people, or as a home study course. So we've got lots of participation nationwide, and we encourage people to check out the program if they haven't done so already.
Oh, just my last question on this. I believe that it was for a particular amount of weeks, or is that, you not necessarily have to do it for, a certain amount of time, just to...
Oh, are you talking about the challenges?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the challenge. That's right.
Yeah, so periodically we have Small Steps to Health and Wealth challenges where people can go online. We don't have one running at the moment, but people can do what we call a non-competitive challenge, where they can go to, again, to our Small Steps to Health and Wealth website, click on the challenge link, and then non-competitive means that there's no prizes, but you could still track your daily behaviors and tally your points, and at least use it for your own personal accountability. So people can check that out as well.
Well, thank you so much, Barbara. We've I've enjoyed talking with you, and I hope everyone out there who's watching has gathered all this information, and they're ready to start the Small Steps to Health and Wealth Challenge. And
well, that's great. I'm glad to be a guest, and again, I encourage everybody to dine in tonight.
Thank you, Barbara. And just for everyone watching, we'll be back at 11:30 with Brian Wansink. So stay tuned, and have a great Family Consumer Sciences Day, Barbara.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.